Imagine the deafening roar of the crowd as the clock ticks down. 6 points behind, seconds remaining, your entire season hanging in the balance. In these do-or-die moments, NFL legends don't panic, they execute. This video uncovers 10 game-changing plays where teams facing certain defeat used hidden strategies most fans never notice. You'll see how a simple formation shift can become a touchdown, why certain players always get open under pressure, and what separates clutch performances from collapses. These aren't just lucky breaks, they're masterclasses in football IQ that redefined how the game is played when everything's on the line. The hidden weapon: left-handed receivers and trick throws. What happens when a receiver suddenly becomes a quarterback? Defenses spend weeks preparing for standard plays, but trick throws take advantage of their assumptions. If a receiver has the ability to throw and the defense doesn't expect it, the results can be devastating. In 2012, the Dallas Cowboys lined up in a formation that looked like a standard pass play. Dez Bryant, one of their best receivers, was on the field. The Detroit Lions defense focused on stopping him from catching the ball, until Bryant took a handoff, faked a block, and suddenly launched a left-handed pass to a wide-open Miles Austin for a touchdown. The Lions' secondary froze, their confusion visible as the ball spiraled past them. On the Cowboys sideline, players erupted, knowing they just pulled off the perfect surprise. Bryant's left-handedness made the play even more deceptive. Defenses are trained to read right-handed throwing mechanics, so his release came without warning. Like a magician revealing his final trick, Bryant executed something no one saw coming. A throw he'd never attempted in an NFL game before. Coaches treasure hidden skills like this. Many receivers played quarterback earlier in their careers, but transitioned due to their athleticism. When a coach discovers a player who can still throw accurately, it becomes a secret weapon. These plays don't overpower defenses physically. They exploit mental gaps, capitalizing on split-second misreads. Few receivers could replicate this. NFL throws demand more than arm strength. They require defensive awareness, composure under pressure, and perfect timing. The Cowboys knew Bryant had this ability before they practiced it. Other teams might have similar weapons, saving them for the right moment. The Lions had no film to prepare for Bryant's throw. By the time they processed what happened, the touchdown was inevitable. Plays like this force defenses to hesitate, creating openings for bigger mistakes. But not all smart plays rely on deception. Sometimes the boldest calls appear reckless, until they're revealed as perfectly calculated. The gutsy call: Super Bowl trick plays that defied logic. Why risk everything on one play in the biggest game of the year? With the game tied 15-12 late in the second quarter of Super Bowl 52, Philadelphia faced 4th and goal from the 1-yard line, a moment demanding either safe conventional play or bold innovation. Head coach Doug Peterson chose the latter, calling a play that required flawless execution from 3 non-quarterbacks to work. The Philly special unfolded like a masterful chess move, each piece perfectly positioned to deceive the opponent. Quarterback Nick Foles walked toward the offensive line, pretending to call an audible, a simple misdirection that made New England's defense hesitate. The ball snapped directly to running back Corey Clement, who pitched it to tight end Trey Burton. As Burton rolled right, Foles slipped unnoticed into the end zone. The stadium held its breath as Burton, a former college quarterback with just one NFL pass attempt, lofted a perfect throw to Foles for the touchdown. The brilliance lay in its timing. This wasn't a desperate fourth-quarter gamble, but a calculated second-quarter strike. Most coaches avoid trick plays in the Super Bowl, fearing the stakes could swing momentum. But Peterson knew a touchdown would deal a psychological blow to New England while forcing them to respect Philadelphia's creativity. The Patriots' disciplined defense, caught between covering receivers and stopping the run, hesitated just long enough for the play to succeed. Preparation made the risk manageable. The Eagles had practiced the play repeatedly, but saved it for this precise moment, exploiting New England's tendency to over-pursue. While critics might have called it reckless if failed, the gamble became iconic because it defied convention when stakes were highest. Most teams rely on star players in the Super Bowl. The Eagles trusted their entire roster to execute something extraordinary. The Philly special endures as a testament to tactical courage, not just for its result, but for proving that sometimes the smartest play is the one nobody sees coming. While aggression won this moment, other NFL legends have shown that avoiding points can be equally strategic when time becomes the real opponent. The unselfish play, when not scoring wins the game. What if the smartest move is to stop short of the end zone? Most players would fight for every inch to score, especially in a critical game. But sometimes, avoiding a touchdown is the better decision. In the 2018 NFC Championship, Todd Gurley faced this exact choice, and his unselfish play helped seal a Rams victory over the Saints. With every heartbeat echoing the dwindling seconds, the Rams led by 3 points and had the ball at the Saints' 5-yard line. Gurley took the handoff and broke toward the end zone, wide open, but he dropped to the ground at the 1-yard line. This deliberate sacrifice ensured the Rams could drain the clock. A touchdown would have given Drew Brees nearly a minute to mount a comeback. Instead, Gurley's move forced New Orleans to burn their final timeout, allowing the Rams to run down the clock and seal the game with a field goal. Situational awareness like this separates good players from great ones. Gurley overrode the instinct to score, a discipline rarely seen. As he later said, he was being smart and realizing that at this point the game is over instead of taking the TD. The decision goes against individual glory. Players chase touchdowns, and coaches often prioritize points over clock management. But the Rams' preparation paid off. They knew the Saints' offense was lethal with time left. History shows the cost of misjudging this. In 2009, Leon Washington's late touchdown gave Tom Brady just enough time to rally the Patriots past the Jets. Gurley's restraint proved the difference between knowing the situation and acting on it. Selflessness like this is peak football IQ, understanding how one decision shapes the entire game. Coaches drill these scenarios, but execution falls to players in the moment. Gurley's choice wasn't about stats, it was about control. The Rams didn't need points, they needed the clock to expire. While some plays rely on strategy, others exploit loopholes. Gurley's move followed conventional logic in an unconventional way, but the NFL's most brilliant plays often bend the rules, turning technicalities into game-changing moments. The rule benders, loopholes that change the game. What happens when players outsmart the rulebook itself? The NFL's rules are designed to keep the game fair, but the smartest players find ways to exploit gray areas. In 2001, Tom Brady executed a play that forced the league to change its rules. Facing 3rd and 10, Brady dropped back to pass but had nowhere to throw. He caught his own deflected pass, a move that was technically legal, and immediately threw it forward again. The referees flagged him, but the penalty didn't include a loss of down, giving the Patriots another shot at 3rd down. The league quickly closed the loophole, adding a loss of down to such penalties. Brady's quick thinking showed how top players test rules, recognizing when the risk of a penalty outweighs the reward. The Music City Miracle in the 2000 playoffs revealed another creative rule exploit. With 16 seconds left, the Tennessee Titans ran a play involving multiple laterals, a high-risk strategy that caught the Buffalo Bills off guard. Frank Wycheck's lateral to Kevin Dyson became a 75-yard game-winning touchdown, though controversy erupted over whether it was a forward pass. The referees upheld the call and the Titans advanced. While Brady's move forced immediate rule revisions, the Music City Miracle left a legacy of disputed decisions that still sparks debate today. Both plays shocked the league and fans alike, revealing how rulebook mastery could turn desperation into victory. The Titans had practiced their lateral play repeatedly, knowing the rules allowed backward passes if executed precisely. Similarly, Brady understood that an illegal forward pass penalty wouldn't cost his team a down. These weren't just lucky breaks, they were calculated moves based on deep rulebook knowledge. The aftermath reshaped the NFL. Officials now scrutinize laterals in critical moments, and penalties for self-passes carry stiffer consequences. These moments prove football isn't only about physical skill, it's about leveraging every tool available, even those hidden in the rulebook's fine print. The smartest plays force the league to adapt, leaving behind legacies that change how the game is played. Sometimes the most memorable moments come not from athleticism, but from rewriting what's possible within the rules. These 10 plays reveal football's mental chess match behind the physical spectacle. Des Bryant's left-handed trick pass, the Eagles' Philly special, and Todd Gurley's clock-aware self-sacrifice show players outthinking opponents. Tom Brady's self-pass and the Music City Miracle exploited loopholes so clever they changed the rules. Each moment represents innovation when stakes were highest, turning desperation into football history. They prove the game's greatest plays emerge when strategy meets opportunity under pressure. Which moment changed how you see football's mental game? Share your pick below and which play you'd add to this list of brilliant improvisations.